NASA is often considered the institution you trust for information about outer space, the universe, the sky, and things of that nature. However, they exist to serve the people who make our world hell. They are an institution with roots that are stranger than most people are willing to believe. For both the sake of basic objectivity and critical thinking, and the need to examine the more shady aims of NASA and the power structure behind them, we should question each thing they present us with and evaluate whether or not it is true. To start, NASA was founded upon much of the work of Jack Parsons, a rocket scientist who was an open occultist follower of Aleister Crowley's Thelema religion. While having a unique spiritual perspective is no crime, Thelema is linked to very dangerous people who hold positions of power, and Crowley is revered by some people who are true enemies of humanity. Parsons has been cited as one of the most significant figures to propagate Thelema across North America. Jack Parsons is called the father of rocketry and was a founding member of NASA's early Jet Propulsion Lab, as well as a founding vice president of Aerojet Corporation, a military-industrial complex corporation. He consulted the Israeli rocket program during Israel's first years, and was so on the side of Israeli apartheid, he was accused of being a spy for Israel by the US government. He died at the age of 37 in a suspicious explosion. L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, was close to Jack Parsons. Both Thelema and Scientology have been deep in Hollywood. Many people discovered last year that Hollywood Thelemites are connected to much deeper circles of power. L. Ron was an officer in the US Navy. Another close associate of Parsons was another occultist who made significant contributions to the atomic bomb with the Manhattan Project.
Physicist and engineer Robert Cornog, another Crowley-following Thelemite. Most people know that paperclipped Nazi rocket scientists were among the first to compose NASA's ranks. Not only were figures in the Nazi Party tied to the Nazi occult Thule Society and similar orders,
but they came to America to work with American scientists who followed Crowley's Thelema and made the atrociously criminal US military-industrial complex. NASA is known for putting people on the moon, photographing planets up close, and discovering things about our universe. People search for objective evidence to prove the validity of their claims. People search for evidence to prove that the photos of planets are in fact real, or proof that they really went to the moon.
This proof is not easy to find, and they may or may not have done many of the things they claim to do. However, understanding NASA's connection to high-level occultists, the military-industrial complex, and apparently the structure of power that is tied to both those things, they might have a dark, esoteric reason for deceiving us about the nature of space and reality. Today, NASA advances the agenda of geoengineering and may be involved with it more than we know. Geoengineering, spraying the skies with metals to alter the weather, actually finds origin in the same academic and military institutions that NASA came from. MIT, Lawrence Livermore Labs, and other institutions made geoengineering the nightmare of unexplainably hazy skies it is today. NASA pulled the move to normalize geoengineering in the public eye in 2017 when they sprayed the skies off the coast of Maryland with toxic barium and strontium in an alleged test. The metals were brightly colored, and the mainstream media told the public to watch for the colorful toxic skies as if it were some natural beauty. You can see how this works. NASA plays its role for the cult. The mainstream media backs up NASA for the cult, telling people to look up at the toxic sky and marvel at its beauty. The full scope of NASA's role and what we could call the cult of Western power takes longer to explain.